Hey now, we are back cooking in the kitchen. We're making a casserole today. Now we are doing. This is kind of a funky recipe. We're doing a buffalo chicken casserole. You can make it with rice, but what I'm doing to do it a little bit healthier, I'm doing it with riced cauliflower. And instead of our traditional buffalo sauce, I'm doing my Sriracha maple, which to me is so much better than buffalo sauce. And so we're going to do two different sauces. I'm sorry, we're doing two different things. We're going to be cooking down the chicken. I'm sauteing the ground chicken. I got 2 pounds of ground chicken. I got it started here. Once I get that cooking, I'm going to add the cauliflower. I've got a half cup of diced carrots and diced celery. And you can hand cut these, but for me, I make it simple and just put it in the food processor. And for this, I had some frozen, and I just cut it up, and it was made real simple on all of the veg. And then the sauce, I'm gonna melt. I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese. I'm gonna also do a tablespoon of butter. Once this cooks down, I'm gonna add the maple syrup and the sriracha. Once that comes into the sauce, I'm gonna add the heavy cream. I'm going to start doing all that. I'm going to come on back, and then we're going to see where we're at after I pull all this stuff together. This is a quick recipe. It's all going to go in a casserole dish, and then we're going to throw it in the oven. We're going to add a little blue cheese on top of it. It's going to be fabulous. Super simple. It's going to taste great. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter to this. While I've got the butter out, I'm going to take a little pat of butter, put it in with this pan, in with this casserole. This casserole, by the way, a little shout out to Made In. Made In is one of the best casserole dishes. They're super easy to clean. They're so good. But then I'm going to take this butter, Pat, I'm just going to get all the sides just to prep this pan. Make this so everything does help to come out. Plus, it's going to taste good. Flavor this. All right, we got this going. We got the sauce going. We got the chicken going. We got the bottom level is going to be the chicken. The top level is going to be this sauce. So I added in the half cup of carrots, half cup of celery, and I've got 2 cups of riced or finely diced cauliflower. I added that to the chicken that I'm browning. The next thing I'm going to add to this, just to help, we got to get some freg shake in there. So I'm going to put 1 tablespoon in there. We'll get that in and just keep sauteing that down. I got the sauce going. It's got some ways to go. We're also going to put a tablespoon of freg shake in with that sauce. Once we get this cooked down a little further, we're going to add the heavy cream. All right, let me show you something kind of cool on this sauce. Look at how that sauce came together. But the other thing that's kind of cool, look at how that's thickening right now. Once you cook that heavy cream down, see how it's coming together? It's beautiful. I just tasted it, and it's freaking amazing. But here we got the veggies and the chicken. I just taste that. That's really good. The thing is, there's just that little bit of salt. Let's come over here. I'm shutting that off right now. I don't want that to thicken up too much. There's just that little teaspoon of salt here, here, and here. So remember, there's a ton of cheese on there. There's 8 ounces of blue cheese going on top and a cup of cheddar. So you don't want, there's still gonna be some salt in there too. One thing I want to show here, look at that liquid in the bottom. That is because I used frozen cauliflower. That's all the water coming out of that. So I'm going to drain that. Okay, now I'm putting this bad boy in the oven at 400 for about 30 to 40 minutes. I want to make sure that is well browned on top. And that's it. If you notice, I put this underneath because this thing could be just a hot lava mess all over your oven. So if this thing bubbles over, I want it to go on this pan instead of the oven. So, all right, when I pull it out, we'll take a look. All right, so we are all done with it. We've had that in for 40 minutes. I turn it off, let it sit in the hot oven, and I'll tell you, it came, well, let's take a look at it. Holy Lord. Just look at that. We got to do a close-up on that. Look at that. Holy God. That looks absolutely amazing. And again, I seasoned everything with Freg Shake, which again, Freg Shake, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, paprika. It's super simple. I'm embarrassed that it's that easy, but it's so amazing. And then I use the Siracha maple sauce instead of traditional buffalo. Oh God, look at that. And instead of using rice, I used some of the here we are. I used cauliflower. So I went a little bit keto. Now I'm taking this while it's hot. It probably needs to sit a little bit. So it kind of binds up a little bit, but I just want to try it when it just comes out of the oven. But now this is my keto version. Because I got to get Speedo ready for the summer. But good God. And that half cup of maple is the only really sugary thing that maybe not be totally keto, but there's not a lot of spice to it with that half cup of Sriracha that is just evenly balanced. God, that is so good. Sweet Jesus. Oh my God, you got to make this. Whew. All right, go out and get it.